Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Big Bad Pete, Ray the Firefly, Bonkers, the list goes on and on. Jim Cummings has been in just about everything for Disney, even the Lion King playing multiple roles. And yet, Disney decided to roll on over him and not, again, give him a Disney Legend Award at D23. One of the most prolific voice actors of our era, and you won't believe who they gave the little trophies to instead. It turns out it's all about politics and PR. Hello, folks. Hello, friends, and welcome again from near and far. Gather around and let's tell you what's happening in Tinseltown. This time, it's Winnie the Pooh. Oh, bother. Being, well, looked over by the House of Mouse. And they shouldn't do that, eh? We'll tell you why this is egregious and it needs to be fixed as soon as possible. Unfortunately, they can't fix it for another 2 years. Click the like button. We'll tell you why Jim Cummings is the Disney legend, whether the company will admit it or not. He is the most prolific voice actor of our age, of generations, the best at least since Mel Blanc, and maybe even more so. Jim Cummings, who does Winnie the Pooh, Tigger 2, Big Bad Pete, Darkwing Duck, and I could keep going on for a week. He was snubbed yet again at D23, not named a Disney legend. Matt at Disney Scoop Guy says Jim Cummings, the voice of Winnie the Pooh, oh bother, and many other Disney characters shared multiple posts earlier today criticizing Disney for not inducting him as a Disney legend this year. And I can understand this because it's every 2 years they do this. So Jim Cummings, he doesn't want to be waiting forever for this thing. And I'll tell you this too. I have seen Jim Cummings at different conventions. He is the nicest, most attentive man in what we call the celebrity petting zoo, where all the celebrities, have the lines of people to meet them. At least they want to have lines. He always has a line, and he always spends time with the fans. He's a great, great guy. We're big fans of Jim Cummings. We hope he watches, and maybe he does. But Jim Cummings posting this, or sharing this, resharing it, the fact that The Rock, Bob Iger, Jonas Brothers, and Lin-Manuel Miranda get this before Jim Cummings is still baffling to me. Yes, indeed. There's no doubt about it. The Rock, it's a PR thing. They thought The Rock was going to be riding high on $1 billion Moana movie, and so they timed this for this reason, but that's not what happened. And they didn't give the award to the guy who probably deserves it more than anybody else associated with Disney. IGN is even covering this. Winnie the Pooh's voice actor isn't happy about being snubbed. Jim Cummings, says Virginia Glaze, the voice of Winnie the Pooh and several other iconic animated Disney characters. Several other? Like, this guy does 50 major Disney characters. Culture, did you know he's the little firefly from Tiana's, from the Princess and the Frog?
It doesn't surprise me, but I think I saw as many as 1,300 characters that he's voiced over time.
Hang on. How many?
1,300.
1,300.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Let's run through a few of them, shall we?
Okay.
Darkwing Duck, Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Big Bad Pete, Ray the Firefly, Bonkers. Bonkers is a cartoon show from the 90s, right? Right, he's a little leopard character, right?
I never watched Bonkers.
You never watched Bonkers, of course. Monterey Jack on Chippendale Rescue Rangers. He's one of the hyenas from The Lion King. We could keep going. It's a lot. It's a lot. He was in Tailspin, 101 Dalmatians, the series. He was in Goof Troop. Just goes on and on and on. Anyway. Okay, so and did you know that he sings on the original Lion King movie in place of Jeremy? Is it Jeremy Irons, the guy who does Scar?
Jeremy Irons, yes.
Yeah, replaces his singing voice. Amazing.
Well,
okay,
that means he could do Jeremy Irons in Spaceship Earth again. That'd be great.
Right.
And I was wrong, Pro. Over
what?
1,500 voices.
1,500 voices.
Yeah.
He should really try working more. Every 2 years, a number of notable names are inducted in the Hall of Legends in an elaborate ceremony that takes place at D23, Disney's massive fan convention in Anaheim, California. 11 people made the cut this year. The list includes stars like Anne Hathaway, The Rock, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Jonas Brothers, Iger, etc. One name not on the list is Jim Cummings. prominent actor, singer, and you all know, we've already said this. Over on Instagram, Cummings reposted remarks from fans to his stories, which specifically called out Disney for not adding him to their Hall of Legends in favor of newer faces who haven't been with the brand for nearly as long as he has. And I would just tell you, too, I'm pretty sure that he's posted, "Hello, darkness, my old friend," as he walks around D23. I'm pretty sure that Tony Anselmo, who plays Donald Duck, and Bill Farmer, who plays Goofy, I'm pretty sure that they've already been inducted. And both of those guys are amazing. I hope that both of them watch the show. I've heard that they may tune in from time to time. They deserve to be Disney legends. Bill Farmer basically plays Goofy and a few other roles. I think he barks for Pluto and a few other things. Tony Anselmo is just Donald and an animator. Jim Cummings came on board with them in that same era, and he's done an unbelievable number of voices for Disney. He's only not a Disney legend because Disney is lazy, and because they, in their current iteration, don't care about the actual legacy of people. They care about, how can I get PR buzz off of this? So now the ones they selected had everything to do with getting some marketing buzz, and Jim Cummings just wasn't the kind of guy today that they could take 5 minutes away from and go, okay, well, you've earned it. No. What can Jim Cummings do for us if we put him on stage is the question. And that's why you've got The Rock, Anne Hathaway, et cetera, up there. And there's no way Anne Hathaway should be a legend before the guy who's been doing Winnie the Pooh since the 80s.
Exactly. And I do understand the PR of it all, but for some of the legends that they had selected before, I mean, they did have that legendary status and did a lot for the company and for Disney and for entertainment and for et cetera, like Jim Cummings has done and should be honored for. And I do agree with Kristen Toto that it is a little bit odd and weird that Bob Iger it feels like he essentially gave himself a legend status award thing just so he can say he has one, even though he's still working there. And a point you made a long time ago when I first started watching WDW Pro that you made was that Disney had been getting rid of the people that had been working and had been building up the company and actually doing the creative and the necessary things to get it to where it was, and was replacing them all with newer ideological, et cetera. And I think this is a great example of that, because they've continued to almost step on and not care about their own history and their own legacy, because that's old and that's not the way we think now, when that is what's missing now and what they don't understand apparently as to why they're failing and continue to fail, with like Moana, for example, where they did honor Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Right. Culture, what has The Rock been in Disney-wise, besides playing Maui, that earned him a legend, before Jim Cummings? I mean, Jim Cummings is the voice of like two generations of almost every cartoon show Disney has done. You're muted, Cultured, much like Jim Cummings was at D23.
That was fun. All right, let's do it this way. The Rock has been in one other Disney feature I can recall.
Jungle Cruise.
It was epically terrible and a flop by all measures. Jungle Cruise, which is sad because I didn't think Emily Blunt could be anything that would flop. She could be in anything that would flop, but the Rock made sure of it. And honestly, The Rock is not a leading character, and he's certainly not a legend. Is he an interesting guy? Sure. Is he a fun dude to watch, follow? Maybe you enjoy wrestling, or to see him act in an ensemble cast. But he's not a superstar. He's certainly not a legend. And they did it probably because of your favorite word, Pro, representation.
Representation. I don't think they like him being the Firefly anymore either. Ray, the little Firefly, who sings My Belle Evangeline, because Jim Cummings is doing a Cajun voice there, but he's not actually Cajun. And so in the age of representation, you can't do that. So, you never see Ray. You see references to him, but they don't ever bring that character back for anything. It's amazing to me what they've done. And voice acting has, of course, become so muddied up where you can't play.
Poisoned.
Yes. But Jim has been playing, luckily, a little old Pooh Bear that doesn't get him in any trouble, and he can sit there and do that. And I would have loved for him to have been able to take the stage, receive the Legends Award, and I hope he gets to do this in the next one, because it's an absolute shame if they don't fix this. But he should go up on stage and he should receive it and go through all of his voices as he gives his acceptance speech. He should go up there and say, "Oh, I just want to thank everyone," and do the Pooh thing, and then do all the other things, and just keep going through so that the audience, as he continues, realizes, oh my gosh, he's been doing all of this. He should have, by the way, in my estimation, when Tony Anselmo and Bill Farmer, voices of Donald and Goofy, when they received theirs, he should have been there as well. And so this needs to be fixed. It needs to be remedied. Panel, any final thoughts before we wrap this one up? Jim Cummings 2028. Do we buy the billboards? Do we put the pressure on Disney to make him a legend?
Yes. And I love that idea. It's really cute, using all the voices because a lot of young people probably, and probably people that even work at Disney, don't even know and acknowledge that it's important. And then they also got rid of the art of voice actors as well when they started just hiring regular actors, when it's a whole craft in and of itself, but they wanted the names. And this just further proves that they just want the names and the PR and the publicity for the upcoming stuff, but they don't want to look back at what was done before they even got there.
Well said. Well said. Culture, will you help me pay for the billboard?
No.
Culture.
What?
Help me pay for the billboard. Okay. Come on. Put your money where your mouth is. I know you're sitting on a lot of purple potato money.
Okay. All right.
Okay. It's for Jim.
Okay.
For Jim Culture.
I like Jim.
We all like Jim. There's never been a Jim that I didn't like. Jim Cummings, we're coming. Parting is such sweet sorrow, ladies and gentlemen. It's only made sweet because there's more content on the way. We never stop. It drives the Holly Weirds mad, but we've got decades left in the can, and we keep going and going and going. Oh, wait. Are we showing our cards? That's right. We'll never stop going near and far and sending out the content you love. Folks, you can help us continue to do just that. Smash that like button. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.